My name's Andrea, and this is my daughter, Amel.
Okay, hi.
She's 2 months old.
Wow.
And I'm hardly holding her. I'm letting her experiment with her head position. And I'm going to let her every now and then tip a little too much to the side, and she'll get water in her eyes and maybe discover where her limits are.
Okay.
She needs what you call spatial awareness right now. She doesn't know where balance is and where it isn't. And we want to just let her have the experience without shocking her.
Okay.
At my house on the
They at my swim school, kids tend to take lessons for almost a lifetime. They start little, and then they eventually learn stroke technique. They join swim team. After that, they maybe learn to teach swimming, and then they work for me. So
That's awesome.
the little
All
girl
the
that's
way.
taking the stroke lessons over there, she started lessons with us when she was a baby. She's 13. We don't have to help her float. I just want to protect her head right now. The water floats her. I just don't want her to make a big mistake and put her head underwater when she doesn't need to. We will put her head underwater today, but I want to be pause over putting her head in. I don't want her to accidentally put it in. Now, when they get older, they don't put up with this. They don't want to lie down on their back.
Really?
So before she learns to crawl, she's going to be a lot more accepting about the back float. Once
Okay.
they crawl, it's boring to back float.
Okay.
So this is another plus for starting little.
Wow.
You're just indoctrinating her to
Right.
the situation. You're not necessarily teaching her anything. You're just letting her see what comes natural and letting her experience it and enjoy it. There's no teaching involved.
Right.
She'll teach herself a few things. She'll teach herself that when she lays on her back, if she tilts too much to the side, water goes in her face.
Okay.
And I'm going to allow her to learn that situation.
Okay.
I'm going to guard it, but I'm going to allow her to learn it.
Okay.
Everything they learn at this age is from experience.
Right. I noticed, like, I used to pour water over her face in the tub, and she didn't mind it, just roll off her face. And then one time, she started flapping, like she was gonna drown. And then another time, then she didn't do it. But
Now I wonder if she did that because maybe she sniffed it into her nose when it came over her
it may
face.
have.
In other words, it was fine. And they cry because they're either missing you and want to eat, or they're uncomfortable, not because
Right.
they're necessarily scared. So if they get water in their nose, it'll hurt. So
Right.
they're uncomfortable. Good job. I think she can handle going underwater. I'll let her calm down.
Easy smile. Easy smile.
Okay, you ready to go underwater? See how I put my fingers behind her head so that she doesn't jerk her head back?
Okay.
I'm not going to force her to float by herself, force her to turn over, do anything until her neck is really strong. Because if your neck is wobbly, it's hard to control the rest of your body. Okay. I'm going to take her under, but I'm going to... Okay, here we go. I'm going to blow in her face if that's okay with you.
Yes, absolutely.
And then she'll know, she'll probably go, and then I'll take her under for a half a second. And if she cries, it's because it gets water in your nose.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.
Hey, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? Wow.
If I do that enough times, she'll start realizing the blow means she's going under.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, right now I'm blowing her face and making her go under before she gets to go. I'm blowing her face, she goes like this, and I take her under only because it's such a short amount of time.
Right.
When I want her to go under for at least a full second, then I'm going to blow in her face, let her go, and then I'm
I
going to
have
take
some
her.
bananas. Take
Okay.
the bananas home with you.
I will teach you how to take her under, but you might feel better doing it with a doll first, practicing it with the doll, and then doing it with her.
Okay.
It's harder to take your own child underwater than somebody else's because you're going to be self-conscious.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And notice I bring her right to my shoulder right away because her neck is so wobbly. There's some stability to coming to my
Right.
shoulder. So she's sucking. She's going to give me a hip. That's good.
Are you bossy?
Good girl.
Yes, you are.
You want to swim to mama now?
If he said
I think
that
she
right.
can swim to your shoulder. You get your shoulder right near the surface of the water. All the way down. All the way down so that when she comes to you, she's right at the interface between the water and the air.
Okay.
So when I send it to you, she's going to go right to your shoulders like that. We'll do a couple dry runs.
Okay.
I'm going to go, when I take her under, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and bring her right to your shoulder.
Okay.
Like that. And then I'm going to slip my arm out.
Okay.
Okay? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Now you want to try to keep your shoulder down near the surface. Because that way her shoulders are underwater.
Okay. Good job.
Let's do it this way so the video can catch it. Are you ready?
Look at that face. Where's your smile?
Notice how when I hold her, I put my knee under her bottom a lot.
Okay.
Notice how also when I send her, I have my hand on the back of her head and my hand on, for some reason, it just makes it easier for you to control her. I've got my whole
Okay.
arm. Okay? I don't take her to you with my arm in front. Because then my arm's in the way.
Right.
My hand is right here and my hand is here.
Okay.
You don't need to do any of this today where you take her under. Next time you get to learn to take her.
Okay.
1, 2. Bring her to your shoulder.
Yeah.
Now, when babies suck through nipples, they're less likely to drink water. If you try to put a glass of water to her mouth, it would just go everywhere. She doesn't know how to swallow without sucking like that. That's another good reason to start them before they learn to drink
Okay.
out of a glass.
Okay.
They're less likely to drink the water in the pool.
Yeah. We don't know how to.
Yeah. She'll do some kind of sucking, but she'll probably suck through her nose, in
Right.
and out of her nose.
Right.
And that's not a lot of water to drink.
Okay.
But it does hurt.
She says we
Okay.
gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's where the crying might come.
Right.
Have you
Until
seen
she
the
learns
two
to
towers
experience
yet?
it snipping into
Right.
her nose,
Lord of the
right?
Rings
Hurts.
yet?
Okay.
She'll do it until she
Yeah,
realizes
they
it
went
hurts.
last
Just go and try to breathe. Yeah.
Okay?
It's okay. It was so
She
fun.
will learn to
So
blow her nose younger than most
crashy and
children
banging.
because she will learn after she gets
But
it
it
in
was
her nose a
good.
few times to blow it out of her nose. And
Okay.
then when it's time when she has a bad cold, she'll be better at blowing her nose than most kids.
Okay.
But that's a,
So that's a plus.
chick flick.
Good reason for some those kids with noses where they won't blow their nose.
Sure.
It's just yucky.
Takes a long time to, and they hate those bulbs.
Oh, I know, they hate those balls. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'll see that sometime.
1,000. That was a full second underwater. Now, that was longer than usual, so she might be a little more uptight about it. Support her.
I don't want to get in that water.
I think the reason she was fussy is I went from a half a second to a full second. And she might have gotten it in her nose.
You did it.
It's warmer when I swim in the morning.
So if you were to keep a journal, are you pretty good at journal keeping? That kind of stuff?
Not
might
usually, but I will be.
You might
I'll
want to
do
keep
it.
a journal. And then you might want to say that she went underwater about 5 times today. Okay. And she did it for a half a second. But when we did a full second, it bummed her out a little.
Okay. I'll do that.
And then you'll
have a
notice
CD
when you
burner
keep this
in your
journal
room
how she improves.
Okay.
And how a second will be much better.
Right.
Okay, we're just going to
running
float
out.
her on the mat.
Omar and
then we'll-
Jose both.
Okay, great.